some of you guys are aware that information has been released to the public that allegedly what happened and the reason why Shanquella Robinson was attacked. And I think it's all cap. This is from Metropolis by Gerald Zuniga. And I just know that this man mixes facts with fiction, okay? From my observation and from looking into his stories, it's always facts with fiction. He never discloses where he gets this information from. He never comes back and corrects when the information is wrong. And it's just really, he's really problematic. And I really think he's just really taking advantage of some of you guys and probably hoping to get some money out of this because you guys flock for new information and you want to know what happened. And there's a market for it. He knows this and he takes advantage of it.
When the autopsy came back, the officials went to look for the friends. The friends changed hotels, evade the officials.
But the thing is, no one got the autopsy until the 8th of November. By that time, they were already in America, but no one knew because even after that, this happened.
Officials at the U.S. State Department in Mexico who refute the claim that Robinson was murdered, saying the police's initial indication is that there was no clear evidence of foul play.
That's my personal, humble opinion. So we're gonna go into this article that he posted, and again, he doesn't say exactly like who gave him this information, how did he get this information, like I just find it hard that a Mexican journalist is gonna somehow get this information from the FBI. But anyway, let's get into it. It says the new revelations about Shanquella Robinson on the 2nd anniversary of her crime in Mexico. An investigation by Metropolitan Mexico revealed what happened the night before Shanquella Robinson murdered on October 29th. Anyway, it says here, when Shanquella Robinson was murdered the morning of October the 29th, Desiree Jackson's partner encouraged the brutal beating of the 25-year-old woman via telephone. It says, the above according to the testimony given on December the 7th, 2022 by Cabo 6 in the presence of their lawyers at the FBI. So apparently, Nazir, Desiree, all of them were talking to the FBI with their lawyers and they released this information. On October the 28th, the group of 7 friends had arrived in Cabo from Charlotte, United States. Their accommodations were the Linda 32 condominium. That night, Shanquella Robinson and Desiree Jackson got into a heated argument in the hot tub. The young Desiree had cut her foot with a piece of glass after getting out of the bathtub after a glass of tequila that Shanquella Robinson was holding in her hands fell. Annoyed, Desiree Jackson complained to Shanquella Robinson as she sat on the edge of the tub nursing her foot, sparking an argument that ended with hair pulling and pushing. During the fight, Khalil Cook had to intervene to stop the fight, which is so interesting. So he stopped this fight, but he didn't stop the other one. Okay, taking Shanquella Robinson to her room and trying to calm her down. Meanwhile, Desiree Jackson took her cell phone and walked crying to her room trying to reach her boyfriend, but she was unable to contact him that night. Desiree Jackson later went to Shanquella's bedroom trying to settle the dispute, but they argued again, but no agreement was reached that night. The next morning around 6:30 a.m., Desiree Jackson's boyfriend answered his partner's call after noticing that he had missed calls from the previous night. However, she didn't answer, so he called the rest of the group, trying to make contact with anyone. So the only person who answered was Alyssa Hyatt, taking her phone to Desiree Jackson to answer the call. It was during that conversation that the boyfriend encouraged his partner to challenge Shanquella Robinson to a fist fight, so she came out of her bedroom screaming, "I want to fight, I want to fight, I want to fight." the group woke up to Desjanée Jackson's screams and walked to Shanquella Robinson's bedroom. So around 7 a.m., Jackson, after arriving at Shanquella's room, pulled her arrival's blanket and told her she wanted to fight her. Still asleep and hungover from the night before, Shanquella accepted and the fight began. That lasted about 20 minutes. This sounds like cap. During the fight, both women paused several times to catch their breath and fix their hair. Today, we know that the video that circulated of the fight between Shanquella Robinson and Desjanée Jackson, which went viral, was only the end of the fight. Really. Because Desjanée Jackson had a freaking bonnet on her head. So, what hair is she fixing? I need to know. The video does not include the excerpt where Shanquella initially refused to fight Jackson, arguing that it was her birthday. The video does not include where Shanquella initially refused to fight Jackson, argued that it was her birthday. But you said that she agreed. During the fight, women passed several hungover the night before. Shanquella accepted and a fight began from the night before. Shanquella accepted. But then you're saying here that initially refused. Okay. It says here, I'm going to give it to her, said the young Shanquella Robinson, implying that she was not going to defend herself from Desjanée Jackson's aggression. Where did she say that? That's not really elaborated on. During the fight, Alyssa did a FaceTime broadcast so that Desjanée Jackson's boyfriend could watch and record the fight with Shanquella Robinson. That's funny. I'd rather trust the Robinson's family lawyer than this guy, because in the court documents it says, upon information and belief, defendant Winter FaceTime defendant's Desjanée's boyfriend so he could watch their attack. So where are you getting this information from? Here it doesn't say where he got this information. If you have any questions or clarifications, you can contact. Okay, I might do that. I'm gonna hit you up on WhatsApp, I guess, right? And I'll let you guys know what he said, because where did he get this information from? Honestly, I just feel like it's made up, mixed with facts and fiction, and I would take this information with a grain of salt. And I'm sure once the real information comes out, this man's probably going to be nowhere to seen, and he's not going to come back and correct himself. Anyway, while you're here, make sure to check out the other video I did of the last hours of Shanquella Robinson by the doctor's report. I do have a part 2 coming out, and hopefully that will be today.